everyone, I'm Mine. You're watching Nurse's Jewelry. In one of the previous gift wrapping videos, I showed how to make filler from tissue paper. Now, tissue paper in itself can be used as filler, and then you can also cut it up to make filler as well. And I wanted to show you guys not only another form of filler that you can make, but many forms of filler that you can make also with items that you can find at home. So let's just say you have a last minute gift, you have the gift, but you have no idea how to wrap it. There's so many ways that you can wrap things with household, things that you can find in your house, as far as adding things. First of all, twine is something that a lot of homes have because it's not just used for gift wrapping or projects or stuff like that. It's a really great string, so that's good to have. You can use cotton string, you can use threads, you can get really, really creative. So if you don't have ribbon, you can get super, super creative with the types of strings and tying materials that you need for a gift. But we want to talk about filler. So different fillers, you've got your tissue paper, you've got your pre-bought fillers, the crinkle cut ones, and just all kinds of different fillers, right? But let's just say you're home and you're not, you don't have any fillers. Now, first of all, there are a lot of items that we get at home, that we purchase and things like that, that come with, cellophane packaging. So any cellophane packaging, or if you work with cellophane and you have, a bunch of little extras, save them, hold on to them, because these make excellent filler, especially because once it crinkles up and then it kind of like opens up. It doesn't stay crinkled and mushed, so it gives you a lot more for a lot less. So just as a for instance, if you've got a piece of cellophane. Now, I'm not talking about the sticky cellophane like in the cooking plastic cellophane wrap. I'm talking about the cellophane wrap that you would find for gift wraps and things like that. So you want to scrunch it up, mush it up, twist it and everything. I'm going to cut it, for the sake of this video, I'm going to cut it in half a few times. You don't have to do it this way. You can just start cutting your filler right away. But just to make it quicker and easier. So I have my scrunched up pieces. Now you might want to do this over, an organized surface. And then you just basically cut it. And now you're going to be doing the same thing with all the different options that I have here. Okay, and then now the one suggestion I do give is that first of all you need sharp scissors. The sharper, the easier it's going to be for you to actually cut it, because once you do this a few times, depending on the amount of filler that you need, if you need a lot of filler, this is going to get very tough to do after a few rounds, because it gets really difficult. It does put a toll on your hands. And the thing is that the thinner it is, the nicer it looks. You can do thick ones if it's a big gift and you just really need to fill it up. You can do much thicker. You can do inch thickness. You can do 2-inch thickness. I personally suggest don't go over the inch. Even more so, don't even go over half an inch, because it just looks a lot better when it's thinly cut. So I'm cutting these a little thin. Now you can see I've got some homemade crinkle cut cellophane, and this makes for a great filler. Okay, next one, you can use cotton as a filler as well, and I showed this in one of the videos. This looks great as if it's snow. So if you're doing a Christmas themed gift or something like that, or a winter themed gift, you can use cotton as snow. You can leave the cotton balls as is. You can stretch them out to make it more fluffy, snowy, I guess you could say. Another option would be wrapping papers from different foods and stuff. You can actually get creative with this. If, let's just say, the person loves chocolates. This happens to be an Israeli chocolate that we absolutely love. And if, let's just say, I was going to give someone a gift of chocolates, I would love to use something like this. And again, it's the same concept. You're going to basically smush it up. You want it to be all crinkled and whatnot, because once you cut it, you want it to have a little more, I guess, crinkle to it. Okay, so you're going to crinkle it up, you're going to open it up. It's okay if it rips, really not a bad thing. And again, you're going to go through the same motions of the cutting. And like I said, the thinner it is, the nicer it comes out. Not going to do the whole thing, just wanted to give you guys an idea. And this works same with magazines. You can use magazines, same exact concept. So you've got more filler right there. Another one you can do is, let's just say you have none of these things or you don't want to use, you know, something like that. You can use just plastic bags. I've got two types of plastic bags. I got the noisy one from the grocery stores, and then I have these that come in those, you know, boxes that you buy. And same exact concept. You want to open it up, you want to cut off those edges just to get those off. And excuse me. Now, another reason why you're crinkling it up the way I'm doing, why you're smushing it up and twisting it and all that, is because you don't want those lines to come out straight. You actually want it to be completely off and you know, all that good stuff, because that's the whole point of filler. It looks nicer that way. So I'm going to cut this up just to show you guys, give you guys that example while my scissors break on me. And so this is the plastic bag crinkle cut, filler. Now this is a nice soft one, so this will work really, really nicely as well. And now you can also use the noisier one. I'm just going to do it thick this time. So we've got more filler here. Another idea, let's do the soda bottle. Just grab that off. Get that off any way you can. I don't know why they glue it so far to the edge, but I should be able to get it off now. Again, it doesn't matter if it rips. And if you're going for a theme, you can also do, let's just say the person loves Coke. You can get a bunch of bottles of Coke, you know, for however long. Drink them, of course. Remove the labels. And same concept. This is a little difficult, more difficult to crinkle, so you may need to work a little harder at it. Let's twist, twist, twist. Alrighty. And again, you want to cut. And you want to do this a lot more carefully than I'm doing. You know, hopefully this isn't going to be one of those embarrassing videos where I totally hurt myself. Alright, so now you've got this beautiful, colorful filler over here as well. And now the reason it's kind of, you know, light, I guess you could say, and it's kind of flowing a little more nicely, is because it's cut thin. Lastly, you can also use, lastly as far as the ideas, I'm sorry, not lastly, I actually have another one. You can also use foil. Let's just cut this up. Now the thing with foil is when you do cut foil, it kind of sticks together. So foil is a little tricky, which is why with foil, what I do is I crumple it up, but I do open it up completely again. Now the thing is, I crumple it up just so you can get some texture in there, okay? But then you do want to open it up. Now that texture that we have on here right now is going to help it separate afterwards. And let's get to cutting. Okay, so you want to keep it loose, especially with the rest of them. You can keep them tight. With foil, you want to keep it loose because here you can see it's sticking together. So you don't want them to stick together. You want them to be a little loose. And with the foil, you're going to have to work a little bit more to separate them, but the foil actually looks really, really nice. This is great, great, great for the holidays. You can probably do this with your kids. You cut it, have them open it up, have them play around with it. You can get a little rough with it because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm doing it, you know, very delicately, but technically you can actually just mush it up and open it up and whatnot. And then basically you have foil filler. So that is another one. And lastly, newspaper. Newspaper, it's been around for so long, and newspaper is such a great, great way to use, first of all, to recycle, and it's a great filler. Again, you can crumple it up, and just cut. And there we go.